Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Right, let's wait 1 minute and let's start. All right, I think we can start. So welcome everyone at our 15th weekly governance call of the DeFi group. So we have quite a short agenda for today, but I think that it will be quite an interesting discussion. We are coming to the year end, and we have passed a big way. So I think that's next time we will just make a short resume of what we have achieved through all this time. And today, let's focus on 3 topics. So the first one is the presentation of the first stage of the Polkadot bridge by Wintex team. The second topic will be the effect of the ton crystal exchange rate on contests. And let's discuss also the DevEx initiative to check all the smart contracts. So Wintex team, let's start from you, please, guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex. I'll be presenting from Dmitry Pavlov's computer. Please don't get surprised because Dmitry's computer is ready to get some demonstration. First of all, Merry Christmas, everyone. It's almost Christmas. As promised last week, we are finishing stage 1 from the bridge creation between substrate-based node and Freetone, and ready to show you some results. Of course, for your convenience, we prepared semi-automatic installation process, which contains the Docker Composer config and the make file. So installation process is as painless as possible for everyone to review our work. It will be fairly simple.
So are you showing something? Because we don't see
we will be showing, yes, Vladislav, if you can give us the ability to share the screen.
Already, right?
Thank you, thanks.
Very good, thank you.
So we prepared 3 Docker components, which is a substrate-based node, a relay node, which is our bridge node, and a local Ton Labs node. Let's start the demonstration from, we are starting 2 nodes at the moment, if you can see that on the screen. One is a Freetone node created by Ton Labs. It is a usual our Docker image from Ton Labs team. Second node is a substrate-based node that is written by us on a substrate framework. Substrate framework is created specially to create parachains for Polkadot. So to simplify, we are starting 2 nodes, which is Freetone and Polkadot node. So we make sure everything went smoothly. Yes, everything is okay. And we start with, the command that deploys smart contracts and their setup in a Ton node and sets up a substrate node to interact with .on protocol. This takes time, don't worry, it will happen. By the way, the Ton contract setup, we use Tonos CLI, and for substrate setup, we use Halwa, which is created by us to everyone with the Web3 Foundation support, of course. Make sure everything is okay. Is everything okay? Okay, let's start with the next step. Relay node, is it started? So now we start the bridge. Yeah. Okay.
I think
can everyone see our video? Because we're looking at two computers and we cannot see.
We see some terminal, the green one, blue green one. Is it the correct one?
Pause it. I don't know why.
Does it say?
Why? Oh. I don't pause it.
Okay. Sorry, it was a small technical problem. We stopped or paused our screen sharing.
Right now. Oh, okay.
We are trying to switch windows, but every time we switch window, it's paused.
One moment.
Just a second. Let us make sure that we can see everything on the screen, because apparently you could only see one screen. Yeah, now it works. Perfect. So we made sure on the previous step that we started two nodes, and the relay node, which is a bridge node that we created. Yes, now you can see everything. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the message. The first message we will be sending from substrate-based node to a free tone. And the message says, hello, Tom. Substrate node will be receiving our message in a second. Let's make sure everything is received. 1 second. Waiting. Yeah, we're waiting for finalized block. It may take some time. Yes, it is finalized. Perfect. So substrate node has received our message. Now let's have a look in the bridge log that everything is received perfectly. Okay. Our bridge has got the event from the substrate, and the next message shows that our message was processed and sent to the TON network. Yes? Yes. Does it say this? Yes. We are going to the TON GraphQL server to check that our message is recorded and everything. Does it work? 1 second. Okay, now, yes, we see our message. Now, to see everything is okay, we try to decode that message and make sure that we receive the same result as we sent before. One second. Okay, so what happened now? Our proposal was voted for automatically, executed on the threshold reaching, which means we can see the message hello Tom, and it's been processed as was proposed in stage 1 of our contest. Now, let's try the other way around. Let's try to send a message from Tom, free Tom to substrate-based node. And the message we will try to send is hello substrate. Okay. Now, to make sure it was accepted, we are going to our playground and check. Okay, it was accepted. Perfect. We are now looking for this message in the Substrate Explorer. One moment. Let's see. So what we are looking for is that the same way, other way around, the message was basically executed and it was again voted for and accepted, which means, hold on a second, that everything went, hold on a second, let us try to see this. Okay, almost there. Okay, perfect. We will show you now that our proposal was voted for and automatically executed on a threshold reaching. And the message says, hello substrate. So that we will end the demonstration at this point. So what we achieved basically is prove the concept of stage 1 and it works both ways. We can send a simple message from tone to substrate and from substrate to tone. Our code is already in a GitHub for everyone to review. We are welcoming every team that's possible for us to have a look what we've done, what we created. Again, we try to make it as the installation process. We try to create it as simple as possible. We created a README file, which is short and understandable. Please have a look at what we've done. And the submission, as expected, we will do the submission until the end of the week. Vladislav, we are finished. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. It was brilliant. How many nodes did you use to resolve this message transfer?
We use the 3 nodes basically. One is substrate node.
I mean, how many relay nodes were used just to validate?
At the moment, we use 1 relay node, which is a bridge node basically. And to plus this, we already created few smart contracts. That's for the substrate-based node, and we created some code that basically for the free tone. So it's a 1 node plus some.
We can scale it. That's no problem.
Yeah, we can definitely scale the process and everything that goes around it as needed by any installation.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So do you plan to publish it to the contest? Guys?
Yes, Alexander.
Guys, do you plan to publish the results to the contest already, or it will be done a bit later?
The contest we will submit until the end of this week, but the code itself in a GitHub already. So you can already have a look on our work, but the submission will be done until the end of the week. We're not sure the exact date yet.
Okay, very good. Alex, you had some question? And guys,
yes.
Please raise hands for questions.
Guys, can you put link in our DeFi group on GitHub, and especially on this smart contract when we check smart contract inside them?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, you do very good things. And the question is, did you write some documentation for that? I mean, the explanation what was done and some special manuals or something. I understand it's not so huge, but anyway, it should be very recommended to describe it.
Yes, Vladimir, some documentation is already, and some will be finished by the end of the week. So by the time we do the submission, we of course will provide more documentation, so we will be handy. Yes.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. It was a great presentation. So if no questions, let's move to the next topic then. All right. We have a very interesting discussion for today. All of you may have seen that the exchange rate of Ton Crystal was affected after the decentralization was announced. And this way, the amount of tokens that were announced for our contests now, well, they cost a little less than developers expected. So Sergey had some discussion on this topic. So Sergey, please, the floor is yours.
Yes, I'm here. In DeFi, we set prices for contest, not big, and only for developer costs. And our ideology is that teams who develop contest and run nodes and another business guy who will join to bridges and DeFi mechanic will earn profit only in production mode with liquidity and etc. But now in this situation, for example, Vintex or maybe in DEX team who will join, we will see similar situation. Developer team will be but the developer team have costs in dollars for our team, and their rewards will be in tokens. Of course, token crystal rates may be big in January, in February, and but developers had costs now, and in this situation, I propose to discuss about potential mechanics, how we can compensate real costs, because in current token rates, it will be a problem for developers team.
I would even say that it's not a problem of developers, it's the problem of motivation, because if you want to attract the best-in-class teams here to develop solutions for free tone in the DeFi sphere, we need to make sure that they get well motivated. And it's really a problem now. So that we hear from many teams that, okay, guys, now Tom Crystal costs something like how much? 30 cents. So it's not as tasty as it was. Does anyone has any ideas on that? Yes, Alex, please.
Yeah, actually, when we started working about October, the rate was about half of dollar, then it raised to $1, and sometimes even it raised to $1.50. And we didn't start discussion about lowering rewards for developers. Why should we now discuss this? Because it is not expected that this token will be spent immediately. And I mean, it is possible to wait when the rate will be good enough to exchange this, and even more if we will increase rewards like this. This means we will provoke the future inflation of free tone token, because free tone token is based on work hours, about skills of our developer, and increasing reward we will provoke future inflation. So I'm against this personally. Thank you.
Yes, but for example, development of bridge will cost more than $100,000. And for example, if Broxus team have resources and we can already work for current state in Tom Crystals, not all team have resource like Broxus. And for 100,000 tokens, for example, we have DEX proposal, and in DEX proposal in current course it will be $40,000, but their cost will be much more. And in this situation, we have two ways what we should do. One of the way we'll see. Do we have new developers team who will join to this contest and will be ready to do it? Or maybe if we have no team, we can increase tokens rewards for team who will be ready to do it. And but in this time we will lose time because in Polkadot, for example, grants in bitcoins. And if I want to discuss about potential compensation mechanics, because tone rates can be very different, and if all development team we will estimate low rates, they will work only for big amount of tons. But if we will set, for example, not 100 tokens and 1 million tokens, it will it will create potential big inflation, and it will be problem too. And I thought about potential compensation mechanic if rates will be lower than now, and if cost per development will be dramatically more that cost in tokens. Because, for example, in contest for essay, different memes and etc. It's about
New Year cards.
yes. It's about creative, and your really time spent will be in hours. In Bridge, it's a professional team from 5-7 and more people, and it's not. And time of these people cost more expensive than the time of designers and freelancers and etc. Of course, we can't decide it now. I propose to think about it and maybe discuss on our next call.
Yeah, I think we should, for now, we should try and increase the rewards for coming contests, like to the number with the rate where the token price dropped. So by 2, let's say, by 1.5. And in the future, once we have the stable coin, the problem will be solved, because we'll be able to make contests in stable coins instead of tons. And then people can change it on the DEXs or DEXs into crystals, and the problem will be solved essentially.
I would also add, maybe we should think about some special procedural parts that will just put a special disclaimer that in case the market price of ton crystal, and hopefully it is already marketed, will drop by, I don't know, by more than by 15% than it was at the moment of running the contest, of the start of the contest. And in this case, the rewards can be increased even without taking additional proposal. But we should be really cautious with this because, well, this may lead to some speculations, of course, and we will have to deal with some feedback from the community in this case also. Yes, please.
Guys, how do you think? Do we have the potential problem for contest that now is going, like stablecoin, for example, that will be less team than before? Because when we start, price for token was nearby $1, now 30 cents in 3 time decrease. And what we can do in really way, I mean, do extra proposal, adding proposals for increased tokens, or what, for example?
I don't think anything should be done, because it's a design and implementation contest, and it's more like a warmer. It's more than enough already in the contest. It's a kind of a greeting contest for the teams to enter. So it's not about really the size of the prize, more for them to feel to welcome them to the contest, to the next stages, let's say so. So I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
I agree with Vladimir. So if the contest is connected with some creative job, or I don't know, some experimental stuff, or in general words, it's not very sensitive, right, Vladimir? You said not very sensitive to the,
yes, I'm agreeing. It's not very sensitive.
Yeah.
It will be very sensitive in implementation studies.
Implementation and development, and I don't know, some even research.
Exactly.
Even research. even research. If you know that your resources is quantitative and they cost exact money, and you should do some special amount of work in the special time frame, it's quite different to be on that okay, on that frames. If you some about the logo draft or some creative or some, I don't know, communication skill or something, it's the for sure even for that part of experts, it's very sensitive. Do they convert it, or it depends on, do they want to convert into fiat immediately or hold it or something. But yeah, I'm agree with Vladimir and the other guys who but the mechanics, Sergey, mechanics, should be, I don't know how to say, stable coin, it's the way, but until the stable coin, should we postpone the contest?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure that the stable coin in contest is a good way. Maybe patent stable coin, patent on crystal,
Sure.
but stable coin will be only in March, April.
Yes, and stable coin itself, it's in philosophic way, it's not very good for reward. Probably some minor amount, it's okay. But if you wanna how to say, to drive, right, to drive the tone crystal, we should do the tone crystal. Probably some mechanic. Yeah, I'm agree with you about the mechanics should be declared and very clear, because it's the vice versa. It's the same, right? Only this way, when the tone crystal go down, it's the against the developer. And other way, if they cover the expenses, but the price will higher in 2 times and so on, it's the premium to the work. But everyone want to cover the risk, right? We are going easy with the less income, but we go harder with the more losers, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Any other opinions? Yes, Dmitry, please.
Hi guys, one more idea regarding the budgeting. In fact, if we will stick to some stablecoin with rewards, then we have a problem with budgeting of the whole subgovernance, because currently we have budgeted all contests in tons, in DeFi and in other subgovernance too. So it's a problem, the same problem between all subgovernances. So that's the point.
Yes, I'm sure all subgovernments will have same problem. And I think that different subgovernments will provide different proposal how to work in this situation. And I think that all subgovernments should have subgovernment's position, what they estimate from and what from new potential procedures, and what they can propose, because in different subgovernments there are different situation. For example, in I think that DevEx and DeFi have some similar problems, because in DevEx good tool will require a lot of development resource, and and in formal verification, subgov will have similar situation too, because formal verification, it's about very expensive guy who are working with assembler and etc.
Okay, so I propose to think about the possible mechanics on resolving this issue, the situation, and let's discuss this at our New Year call next week. So please come prepared. All right, and one last topic to discuss today. So there was quite a strange situation when the DevEx team has thrown in the call link to discuss the possible I don't know because I wasn't present, but I can guess it by words of other guys. The possible opportunity of validating smart contracts written in framework of DeFi contests. But maybe Alexander, can you please tell us a bit more because you represented this call?
Guys, I will also jump in, but later. Okay.
Yes, okay, Ivan, hello, and maybe Ivan to help me because he was one for initiated member of this call, I think, on this idea. Ivan, maybe you
yeah, I will.
Yes, explain and start why, for what reason. I explain what I suggest on this column.
Okay, so so the idea originally was proposed by Mitya and within DGO initiative. So the idea basically is to decouple the jury and the voting and an expertise part from the budgeting and contests and procedural. So so it's called group. So this entity group is an essential entity in governance, and so it is proposed to create the structure called smart contract jury group, or simply I just improved it to just simple smart contract group to facilitate the issues regarding the fact that the smart contract expertise is needed in different domains and in different whatever sub-governance initiatives, partnerships, or projects, whatever initiatives. Okay, so this was a setup call, but originally it was proposed in the contests which is now in DGO called SMV Smart Contract System Implementation, and in this contest proposal, there is a text that the smart contracts jury group is invited to participate in voting for submissions of this contest. So and then if we will like move out from the situation in DGO and abstractly describe it, it turns out that the expert group could be a like driver of increasing quality of judging and facilitate like identifying the needs in all parts of community and propose contests within frameworks of each sub-governance who will appreciate or find some value in it, and so the group members will both participate and judge in this context, and in this specific proposal which is drafted, I was drafted it maybe like the whole night, and because I realized that the faster I will explain it, the better it will be. So that it is proposed to have some mechanics which at least partially guarantee that there will be no like people from nowhere come and say what you should do and vote and like okay, and influence on token distribution was in each governances. Okay, so it's like a additional layer of expertise, and I just propose to maybe somehow elaborate on what do you think about it.
Ivan, thank you for information. I understood, and I want to say some comments from my side. About judging, my position is no, because smart contracts is one of the part, but it's not all project. And I not agree that some guys who can work with smart contracts can judge all work. I agree that some team will need expertise in smart contracts, and they will have potential problem with gas and etc. And maybe we can spend some tokens for helping to this team and for expertise of work of this team and for testing smart contracts and for points from smart contracts developers where team can less gas more carefully.
Agree.
Yes, if in this situation, I think we will be ready to collaboration.
So if you will just take a look at the document, it is proposed just to like agree on the initiative to propose some small contests, which will like just will be additional like layer and will help you all as well to judge.
I propose
it
do
properly.
It.
Okay.
I propose do it without contest. A lot of contest and a lot of work with contest.
Well, yes.
For example, we can set some reward in tokens for people who will help to teams in DeFi who want to get this help and set with payments like in structure for contest.
Okay, and how do you see exact reward structure? I don't mean the numbers, but maybe the mechanics. So will it be like a percentage of prize pool, or will it be like on demand? How?
It depends from people who will create expertise. For example, in Ethereum Bridge, we fork compiler and we add some function to compiler, and we are working with gas and a lot of optimization in our economics and relays, and only 3, maybe 4 people in world can do it better now, and they are all in Intel labs.
Of course. We were not talking about bridges. Actually, we were talking about DEX, and the DEX is built on smart contracts, essentially, right?
Yes, right. But I think that
it's too early.
Yes, it's too early now, and I think the DEX implementation and smart contract of DEX will require a lot of experience from developers who will create it. And from my point of view, it's depend from people who will be in expertise group and il jury. For example, if it will be Boris Ivanovsky, it will be one. It will be one sum. If it will be a no-name guy without repositories from Minter team, it will be another talk.
Yeah, you know, I share your concerns. In that regard, in this document, I proposed first, like, to structure this group to jury group and other members group. Okay, and the jury group is to become a member to jury group, you should prove your expertise. It's of course
it's not jury group. It's from my point of view, it's expert
group, right?
Yes.
Group.
Guys, may I interfere for a second? I think that we are planning to run another jury contest for DeFi, and anyone who has expertise can just apply and be involved in the jury of the contest.
No, Alex, it's not about jury for DeFi project. It's about expertise for smart contracts, because smart contracts XRate have a lot of features and very fast and flexible environment, a lot of potential bugs, and a lot of potential problems with work with smart contracts under real load. And this group can help to our project create smart contract system more consistent and stable.
Yeah, and Boris Ivanovsky actually today, maybe a half an hour ago, proposed to appreciate those who break things, not just providing feedback or writing code. You need to break things. Like if you broken something, then you prove and your expertise and you can like really judge and say that this like software doesn't work because you've broken it. You know
Yes,
the way how it broke.
We have a question from the audience, from Alex. Until we move on, please,
Yep.
Alex.
No, actually, it's not a question. I just took part in the discussion. I just wanted to make some additional. So the idea was not to replace your judgment or take some authority, something. Just the idea was to help because smart contract skills are common for every sub-government. And the idea was to help all other sub-governments with these skills and with this technical expertise. And for example, it could be, for example, it's clear that not whole product is a smart contract, but smart contracts could be some very important part of every
yes,
product.
I'm agree that it's important, and I think in DeFi, all product will have a lot of smart contracts.
Yeah. And for example, we could, or you as a initial members, you could create a proposal and divide, for example, smart contract in a separate state, for example. So you could have one stage of a contest when you are discussing making architecture and implementing some main points, and you are writing, for example, specification for a smart contract, and then you could invite this common smart contract specialist to verify that smart contract is following this specification, so that they are doing what is declared in specification. So it's one of the use case for how could you use this group.
Yeah, Alex, okay, we will give you proposal, and I will listen records of your negotiation, and I think we will return to its question in next year.
Yeah. This is definitely for the next year, and the draft of the proposal is in your chat, and also I will promote it to everyone, to every sub-governance which may be interested in it, and yeah, let's kickstart the discussion. Okay.
Okay.
We have a question from Vladimir. Vladimir, please.
It's not a question, it's quite a comment for 1 or 2 minutes, please. So we are slightly closing appearing to the very important part of this sub-governance and probably other one. Sooner or later, the complicated project arriving, right? The smart contract example, it's the very bright example that there should be the experts who are able to judge or make some I don't know, notes on it. In next one, probably there will be the project with, I don't know, transportation, the mass transit implementation of the Freeton, let's say. And after that should be some business development. Let's look to how the venture fund works or some investment fund works. There are no experts in all field of activities of human life, right? And what are they doing? They invite the experts for some special, I don't know, conclusions or some special project or some paperwork. What should we do? I think they should make some reserve list of the experts, and the smart contract it's the very good part to start. Right after that, to keep some keep in mind some pool of experts, 5 to 10, let's say, and offer to them only shortly manner, right, for 2 or 3 days, to invite them to make a conclusion exactly in that part of knowledge and expertise, and probably to make some reserve funds to reward them of the common amount of the rewards, or probably some separate, I don't know, 1,000 of tokens or 2,000, probably. It depends, case by case or something like that. But before that, if you wouldn't get that expertise or experts, sorry, the expert list, right? And we're gonna discuss it again and again. And about smart contract or another one. So I keep in mind 2 or 3 common teams, let's say, right, with the huge ideas. But I know that in February or in March, they will appear and bring us the idea, and none of us, or almost none of us, in my point of view, cannot judge them in discretion, right? So we should discuss it. It's very interesting. It's the huge, but sooner or later we can discuss that. Let's start.
Yeah, judging is a bad word here. Judging is very bad word. Is like there is authority who decides how to distribute token. It's just about collaboration, and the structure of this collaboration, how to make it decentralized and how to incentivize how not only incentivize existing experts, but how to grow the community of experts, because like free tone is something new, and we need not only depend on existing experts like in Town Labs or maybe R Squad, but also growing experts. This will increase the value of network, right?
Yes, I agree. Expertise group is a very, very good idea. Because there are a lot of interesting things in wallets, in smart contracts, in business development, in partnership, in different regulations, and etc. And
for them, I mean, experts, it's not the obligation to participate or join to any discussion or any contest stuff, but it's the right to do that.
Yeah.
For rewards, for I don't know, for some reputation stuff or something. Never mind. So the platform, how to do that, it's the different story. Probably it's the different project, right? The question of reputation, the community, I don't know, the register of the community, the identification of them. So the reputation, the track record, and so on. But I think the smart contract expert is the very, very good chance to test this idea.
Right. Thank you for your feedback. I am now thinking about procedural stuff, and I think that the good way is just to like let us form us as we form, and then we will just like offer to invite this group to participate and will propose the framework within which we will like, or someone who will like behind us will stake maybe or guarantee some like reasonable amount. Like there is a heading in the document called like not staking, but so this is staking and slashing. Okay, so there is an incentives to judge wisely. I think that should be done this way.
All right, Alexander, please.
On the call, we discussed all these things, and I said opinion, maybe from our DeFi sub-governments, that it will not work in way that will be two judge group and judging together. On the question, they asked me, how do you think I offer real case? Now we have DEX contest and there's smart contracts, and some of jury specialists in DeFi, in economics, financial, but not specialists in coding, in smart contracts. And I suggest to give a question how we can judge together this contest. and we discuss it. And one of they, as said Alexey Novikov, will be that for smart contracts will be one different special stage where can participate specialists in smart contracts. Maybe and from DeFi who specialist and from this smart contracts jury. How do you think? I answer that for that question. They ask me, how do you think how many percent smart contracts in DEX development? I answer that maybe near the 50%. Can you set or write in Zoom chat your opinion? How many percent of in all development, smart contracts development?
Yes, Alexander, I propose to view this question more widely. For example, in science expertise, you have some parts. It's about industrial, economical, about science, about administrators, about publication, about patents, and usually project who want to get grant from Ministry of Education have experts from different areas.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think that DeFi sub-governments is a good example because where we can maybe implement this procedure, because there are not a lot of people who can understand and economical and smart contracts and gas and liquidity and trading in one people. It's easier to impossible. And I propose before we will split any percent in judgment rewards, describe what is DeFi project, what's expertise we need to get in every project, and maybe smart contracts can estimate one group of experts economical aspects of DeFi, another group trading, liquidity and trading, third group of experts, and etc. And after it, I think we can create split. And I think it will be a good experiment.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
And actually, contest mechanics is fit there very well, because like these groups can propose contests, and this contest will be a competitive environment in which like the products will arise.
No. Let's forget this word contest.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Without contest, we can discuss it and propose new mechanic and implement this mechanic without any contest, because contest is a lot of bureaucracy, and we don't need to spend a lot of time for it.
Yeah, well, unless you have like if you have a platform for this contest to look like just a like Kickstarter.
Okay, and I want to finish. And now we have contest Polkadot Free-on Bridge implementation. And today we heard like guys to implement and have code on GitHub, smart contract codes. And I have a question. Okay, we said maybe we return to this question in the next year, but how do I understand? Guys do submission of this contest, and we will vote in for reward for this, yes? And now we see on screen how to work, and more or less it's work with messages. And I think maybe before we scoring, we need to understand how to work inside on smart contracts. And how do you think, do we need really help in, I don't know in what way, but help of this specialist, maybe like case try to understand how it's possible to work
Yes,
together
yes,
and under the smart contract.
yes, Alexander, I'm agree. Who will review code? Of course, we will review code Brock system and we will do it for free. But we agree that another group from DevEx, maybe Tom Labs, maybe another group can review this code and set comments and expertise code for tokens. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. No, in this case, we can and maybe must to would be better to connect with this group, with Ivan, with Marina, to discuss how they can help and maybe to try in what way it's possible to work.
Maybe we can, like on market, we can set up, okay, guys, who will review it for 10,000 of tokens?
We will offer less.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay.
We have a question from
it's better
Dmitry
to do it.
also.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I propose because become more flexible because and Imitya and Marina and I, Vlad, have so many groups and communications that there are no time for work, and I propose to do some things without a lot of communication, just of market principles.
Yes, Sergey, but I think about myself. I'm jury and I need to put my mark for this work. And I want to understand that I not only believe, guys, that it's work in this way, how was on calling.
Yes, I'm agree.
I'm sure
that I'm agree that we need review procedure. For example, okay, guys, who can review and create comments for 10,000 tokens?
Yeah, not so bad idea. Yeah.
This is the partially exactly what I'm now working on. This is not finished, but the procedural part of it is like that. Someone just says like, I bet for 10,000 tokens someone will do it, and someone shows up and does it. But how to? Okay.
Yes, I propose go to market principles, and for example, all sub-governments will have budget for different quickly works for review and etc. And because if you will follow to all procedures and we will don't get new fruit on site during 3, 4, 5 months. Because
yes, please. So we starting to off top. We have a hand raised from Dmitry, please.
Hi, I just wanted to point to one idea which is pretty old, but we were around it near this call. It is the idea of what the project is. The project is the composition of different tasks. So if we currently understand that different tasks could need very different people to work. So the essential point to say is that judging the result of these tasks should be made by different experts. And as a conclusion is that in contest terms, we should make the same decomposition between different parts of project, between different experts. So regarding DEX, there could be the business part, the smart contracts part, and etc. I just wanted to point to that thing. No more. Thank you.
Thank you. All right then. Just to add, we had pretty similar discussion in the analytics and support group concerning the rewards for occasional efforts or recurring efforts, as we call it. So we can, for example, just to speed up, do this at the model of de-support. When someone does the review of the contract and then we will just run the separate contest for rewarding, and all these guys will just apply with the efforts to this, and we will just pay them out. So when it's purely in line with free-tone wave. All right, it was hot. It was interesting, and it seems we don't have any other topics, don't we?
Okay, let's continue to work. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I have a small announcement. I published DEX proposal on the forum, so please come see and comment
please
on it.
drop the message in the group.
Yeah, okay.
We have two the same contest, yes, now. 12 and 13 in constant system with the same name. Yes or not?
Sorry, what do you mean?
I can see 12 contest Polkadot free-tone bridge implementation stage 1 and the same but 13 with different timeline. 3 days left and 17 days left. 17. I didn't understand what's this.
12 is for Polkadot and 13 is for Ethereum.
Ah, sorry, my eyes. Yes. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
No worries. Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.
Okay, guys.